soundtrack.
What is up? Welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs Television. Once again, it's Kier, and today in the studio we have cameraman, actor, comedian, Lelan Wells. How you doing today, Lelan?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you for having me on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem, man. Glad to have you on the show. So just getting a little bit about your background. Are you from Sacramento or?
I'm not originally from Sacramento.
Okay.
I moved here when I was 12 years old, and one of the first things I did when I got here, I was a broke kid. And at my local church, this guy used to film weddings and special events, and he brought me along to do the events with him. And from there, I got cameraman skills, I got editing skills, and now later on in life, it's kind of paid off for me. So It's been a big part of my journey getting here.
Okay, so you've been doing editing since you were young as a child, or as an adult, or?
Since I was a young child, since I was like 12. And we used to use Sony Vegas. I used Adobe Premiere Pro. Being an editor opened up a lot of doors for me.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I said, now I'm into comedy and acting. I got into it because I reached out to local comedian Lance Woods.
Okay.
I said, hey, do you need a social media editor? And ever since then, I've worked with him a lot, and he's opened up a lot of doors for me, and he's taken me to networking events. I got to meet great people like Nick Leisure, David Fernandez Jr., and meet a lot of different directors, and it's just put me on this path I'm on now.
Well, that's great, man. That's phenomenal.
Yes.
What are some of the, I know you started off doing kind of more editing and kind of behind the scenes. What were some of the projects that you worked on initially behind the scenes?
Oh, well, behind the scenes, I've worked for a lot of different people. I worked for ESPN 1320. They do Sacramento Kings coverage here. We got to go to a lot of different games. I get to interview fans there. I chop up social media for them, so they have a 4-hour show every day, 12 to 4. And I take the highlights of the show and I throw it on their Instagram, their YouTube shorts. I do all that stuff.
Oh, well, that's great, man.
I also help there's a fitness couple I've worked with. They have their own gym downtown. I work with them at Sacramento Eco Fitness. So I make content for whoever needs it. But now I'm working on my own content.
Right. What made you decide to make the transition from doing like more of the background work to being kind of more like in front of the camera?
People have always nudged me into it. I've always had kind of a goofy personality, and so people always tell me like, hey, you could do this or that. And I've done little things like improv classes, and I've done some stand-up before in the past, but now I'm at a point in my life where I really want to take it serious and really like put my all into it.
No, that's great. And then Lance Woods is a great guy to kind of have you mentor and things of that nature. So yeah, because he's been doing comedy for quite some time. So what's it like been working with Lance?
Never boring. Lance is a super funny guy. He's funny in front of the cameras. He's funny off the cameras. And working with him has just been really great. The people he's put me around has really helped me. Just last night, I finished wrapping up my first film project.
Okay.
It's called The Story About Us. It's made by Joshua McClinton. And although I do talk about I like doing comedy, this movie was all about range. It's all about the big moments in life, you know, getting married, finding out your significant other's pregnant. Even when people go through hard times, there's a scene where a character overdoses. So
okay. And is this a feature film then, or?
Oh no, it's just a local film right now. It's not a big budget film, but you know, you guys start somewhere. And it's
absolutely.
Really
well, you can get out to festivals and SacTown Movie Buffs Film Fest, and then you can.
Exactly,
right.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm also working with another guy. His name is Mo Alagai. I hope I'm saying his last name right. And we're doing a film called Inked Love.
Okay.
It's about two people that fall in love at a tattoo parlor shop. I'm kind of in a love triangle, and I'm kind of being the distractor trying to break up this happy couple. So that's a fun role for me. I also got to be in this movie called Look Behind. It's kind of an action film. It's made by Eric Mikel Johnson. So I've just had a lot of great opportunities already.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a lot of experience in just in a short amount of time, it sounds like.
Yes, yes.
And are most of these projects right here in Sacramento, or are you working in other areas? Or
right here in Sacramento.
Well, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That is really good stuff. And then, I mean, obviously the transition from being behind the camera and then getting to, the acting, and then you just were told like you're naturally funny and that's why you started getting into stand-up, is that?
Yeah. I forgot who I heard this from, but there's a person that said if you can play the part and you can play it well, then why not do it?
Right.
I wish I could remember who I got it from, but it's kind of stuck with me. So when people say, hey, you're funny or you can do this or that, you believe it. And that's what life is about, having that support system and people that believe in you and motivate you. And now that I've gotten in front of the camera, I've had a lot of people motivate me and make me want to inspire me to do more.
That's great, man. And then I believe you have an open mic coming up too as well, right?
Yes, July 26th at Punchline. I'm going to be performing some open mic. I've been working on a lot of different material. It's kind of my return to the stage. I haven't done it in a few years now, so I'm really excited about it, yes.
How long is the set going to be?
Probably about like 10, 15 minutes, nothing super long, but I've already got all my jokes mapped out and how I'm going to do it. So
You've been practicing them at other events, or just kind of, or other open mics, I should say, or just.
I have not practiced yet at other open mics. I've been to some places downtown, like not Lowbrow, but I believe it's called, what's it called now downtown? Not Punchline. What's the other one?
Laughs Unlimited?
Laughs Unlimited.
Oh, yeah,
See,
yeah,
I'm blanking.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm blanking on Laughs Unlimited. I've been there before. I performed there in the past. But recently, no, this is my big return to the stage. So
that's great, man.
No one's got to see yet.
And then, have you worked? I know we mentioned it off the show, but I believe you've also done some work with Funny Business and Buddy and those guys as well.
Oh yeah. I'm looking to work with them even more. They have their podcast, and I want to get involved with that. I'm even trying to work on doing some skits. Right. As I said before, I was a cameraman / editor, so I have all the equipment I need. So now I'm just making my material, and I'm gonna put myself in position.
Absolutely. And then just so who were some of your influences for film and movies and things of that nature that got you into acting?
I love like all the old 90s movies. I love all the comedians like Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, Chris Farley. I love all the old comedy like that. I feel like comedy back then, they weren't trying super hard.
Right.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people try super hard, and I don't find that to be funny. Just me.
Right. They were just naturally funny.
They were just naturally funny. Like if you seen Ben Stiller on the streets, you wouldn't just start laughing, but you start talking to him, and you.
Yeah, he's just a naturally funny individual.
Yeah, I love all those old movies. Like There's Something About Mary. I love Jim Carrey and Cable Guy. Adam Sandler. I love all the old movies. Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore. All that stuff really resonated with me growing up. So that's my type of comedy.
Okay. So is that kind of where you see yourself in the future, is doing more kind of like comedic roles in movies as well then? Or Are you kind of open to drama and both?
I want to have range, but I definitely do want to do comedy. It's something that will come natural to me. So I want to do more comedy projects. As I mentioned, just having range, so like doing the movie last night, The Story About Us, talking about all the big moments in life, that required me to do different things I typically wouldn't do. Like I said, there was a scene about character overdosing on drugs, and I had to play that part, and it was a hard part to play because I don't do any of that stuff. But you know, whenever you get a role, and you just got to take on that challenge. Sometimes you grow as a person trying these different things.
Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, where can we find you? Where can people find you that are watching?
Yes. If you would like to follow me or contact me, please hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram is LeezyWhatever. Because I do whatever, clearly. I do a lot of different things.
Right.
That's the best way to contact me. I don't even mind giving out my email. My email is my first and last name, Lelan Wells, LelanWells @gmail.com. If you have any projects you want me to work on, if you have any funny voiceover stuff you think I could do, people get on me about my voice, anything, just feel free to contact me, and I'm open to work. I'm a pretty humble guy, so.
Sounds good, man. Well, absolutely. Well, I hope people give you a call, and I definitely look forward to seeing some big things you're doing, and we'd love to have you back again on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, well, we thank you guys for watching another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs Television. We'll be back again soon with another show for you.